Greetings and welcome. This is the weekly reading for Aries. We're doing channeled messages, tarot, rods, runes, and affirmations. All right, so let's get started. First of all, our channeled messages. I got a couple of kind of maybe three different scenarios going on here. Um, and that's okay because I want to be able to try to reach the masses with this message. I want something about each reading and each channeling to resonate with the majority instead of the minority. Okay? So we're going to start with the first scenario. Um, well, really, it's the first two. If what's going on in your life is about um, someone you love, and it doesn't have to be um, your significant other, a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. It could just be someone you love. I'm picking up that you've lost someone, they've walked away, maybe they've passed away, uh, and that this has created a not only heartache or a sense of mourning within you, but also affected your stability, your finances, your home life, things like that. So, what Spirit is telling me to tell you is to go ahead and express your pain, your love, your emotion, whatever you're feeling for this, and then to free yourself of it. Uh, if this is like a love relationship, um, I'm kind of picking up that there's been some signs. Well, even if it's someone that passed on, really, um, or walked out of your life that's a family member or someone very dear to your heart that's not, your significant other. I feel like that there were signs and messages from Spirit where they were trying to warn you about this, and maybe you noticed them. Maybe they were so subtle you didn't really take heed to them. But Spirit wants you to expand your consciousness by observing um, the divine matrix of life that's all around you, and to pay attention to the signs, realize the signs that are being revealed to you through the universe, from the universe, and to know that that's a synchronicity, that's a way that the universe is gently nudging you and trying to get you to take heed to something, pay attention to something. And it's not always a negative thing. Sometimes it's a really beautiful thing. Sometimes it's a gift, that the universe is showing you synchronicities for. And to pay attention to your dreams because the universe is speaking to you through your dreams lately and will be in the future as well. So pay attention to your dreams was the other thing that Spirit told me to tell you. And I strongly feel like this has something to do with finance, even if it's someone that you've loved and lost in some sense or another, and that there are more opportunities out there for you. Spirit wants you to know that it's going to be okay, that you're going to be all right, and that if you pay attention to the signs, that they're going to lead you in the right direction. So just take heed to that, and start paying attention to those synchronicities, those numbers, or those symbols, or you could just be seeing cats everywhere, or dogs everywhere, or something. I mean, it can be really simple. It doesn't have to be all mystical and, uh, totally out of the ordinary for it to be messages for you. I mean, you could be finding pennies everywhere. You could be finding, coins of different sorts. Birds, hummingbirds could show up. Butterflies, dragonflies, all kinds of things. All kinds of things can be your signs. So just be more observant, be more aware of those signs. That's what Spirit wants you to know. And if this is a relationship that's went awry, Spirit also wants you to know that they understand that you don't want to have that conversation or take that phone call, or um, you just really don't want to deal with it right now, and that you need to acknowledge your heartbreak, but also at the same time come to terms with it and have that conversation and express how you feel about it, um, so that there's some sense of closure, at least. You need to be able to speak your piece and say what's on your mind, whether it's out of a place of love, or you feeling betrayed, or whatever it is. Because I think I kind of sense for some of you that maybe you feel like you were stabbed in the back or betrayed in some way. And I didn't really want to delve into that too deeply because I'm trying not to do those kind of tarot readings where we've got a lot of drama. I want to give you a more uplifting message rather than have you suffer through a reading that's just reliving your pain. And so I don't want to focus on the negatives too often, but they are part of life, so we have to address them. And part of my mission is to teach you how to acknowledge your emotions and honor them so that you can release them and they don't cause you physical ailments or mental suffering. And so we have to address them on some level, but we're not going to zero in on them. Okay? Also, Spirit wants me to tell you that you need to be making healthy choices for yourself, whether that be in your love life or physically. Make healthy choices for yourself, and to have hope that you are going to be very abundant in what you're doing in your future. To not stress over the finances and the stability so much, because if you just trust in Spirit, trust in God, whatever you want to call it, that the universe is paying attention and that they're leading you in the right direction if you'll just trust. Okay? Just trust that. And I know sometimes that's hard, but I promise you, when you put your full trust into it, it'll take you so, so far. I mean, it's really, it'll make you feel Godsmacked. You know, truly, it's amazing. So just try to trust, try to let go. You know, okay, something didn't happen today, but something will happen tomorrow or the next day, and you have to have faith in that. And everything works in God's timing, right? I mean, we have our own time frames and timelines, but if we don't focus on those things so much and we just truly trust Spirit to lead us, He never leads us wrong. Okay, just have faith in that. Now, third point of view here, for some of you, this is nothing other than business related, finance related. And for you, to me, it looks like you got let down and maybe a little heartbroken even. over not getting the position you wanted or the job that you wanted, or perhaps you lost your job. Perhaps someone snickered you out of your position. There looks like there might have been a little bit of some type of betrayal there where someone kind of played some dirty pool, to get you out of the way, out of the competitive way. Um, but again, if you pay attention to those signs and synchronicities that Spirit's been trying to show you to warn you of the path that you were on wasn't the path for you, it's not the one that's going to serve you the best, and you put your faith in paying attention to those synchronicities and those signs, that Spirit is actually trying to lead you in a direction that's going to be more plentiful, more beneficial for you. You're going to be happier in what you're doing, internally happier, and you're also, your pocketbook's going to be happier. Your finances are going to be a lot better. You're going to get paid your worth. You're going to get what you deserve out of the deal. Um, so just focus on that, and let go of whatever crap happened that caused you to get knocked out of that position or that job or whatever. Just let go of that. Maybe say your piece to your boss or whoever needs to hear it, just to clear your name. But then walk away with dignity and pride, doing it in a tactful, uh, dignified way, so that you walk away with your full poise and the knowing inside of you that you're someone to be respected, and you're honorable in your actions. We should always be mindful of our words and our actions, and it's easy to kind of go off half-cocked sometimes when people do us wrong, or um, don't see the potential in us that we know is actually there. So just try to rein all that in, and yes, feel it internally, but then let it go. Just totally like push it out of you. Don't carry it with you in here, because that won't be good for you in the future, and it's going to keep you from going on that path that um, the universe is trying to lead you down right now. Okay, so just let that go and start paying attention to those signs and synchronicities and things that are trying to lead you in the right direction, and to the job position that you're meant to be in, that's going to really fulfill you in many, many ways. This particular situation that you were in really wasn't going to be very fulfilling, even if it was going to bring you a little better money, or more stability or security with your position. It's it's not the best direction for you to go. So Spirit wants you to know, to be rest assured that God's watching, the universe is watching, and they really are trying to do what's for your highest good. Okay, so um, take that as you may, and we're going to move on to tarot. Okay, so we want some clarity and guidance for Aries. Clarity and guidance for Aries. And you're getting some beautiful cards already, and the Judgment card just fell out. So see, somebody's going to get theirs, and you're going to get yours. You're going to get what you deserve, right? I mean, that's the way I'm going to take that right now, is that you're going to get what you truly deserve, whether it's in love or finances, your job position or job title or whatever, Because honestly, for some of you, in the as far as finances go, I feel like you were going in one whole different direction from where Spirit actually wants to lead you for work. Um, you're kind of like you were barking up the whole wrong tree, so to speak, So um, just trust in that. Trust in the future, even though it's the unknown. And that seems scary sometimes. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pull two more cards. I like to do things in sevens, threes and sevens, or 1, 3, 6, and 9. That's fun. Good numbers too. Two more cards for Aries. Aries highest good. Please. You got tongue-tied. Beautiful. You got the Empress. See, you're going to boss up. Whether it's in love or work, you're going to boss up. You're going to get a better person or a better title or a better job or something. You're really going to love this, I promise. I mean, I was so excited. At the beginning of the channeling, I was like, oh no, everybody's having these crash and burn moments, and I'm so depressed over it because we're all going through it, or we've all been through it recently, or we're all getting ready to go through it. I'm just like, this sucks, Spirit. Let's get some good news. It's too heavy on my heart. My heart's breaking for all of us. The whole world is just crying together. We need to all be laughing and cheering together instead. So hopefully, universe willing, I'm going to help you make that happen. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. That's a good card. And even better, next to it is the Wheel of Fortune. Hello. And then we've got Judgment. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Is my light glaring them too much? Eight of Pentacles. And the Two of Cups. And then we have the Empress. And the Knight of Swords. I mean, this is beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. So see, y'all are bossing up. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy to get good tarot readings. Oh, thank you, Lord. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, this is looking like, see, you got your money and you're heading in another direction here, man. You're heading off in another direction. Maybe you were barking up the wrong tree. But that's okay, because now you know. And you're going to head the right way, and you're going to trust the universe, right? Trust the universe. They're, I'm telling you, that's like the simplest thing for people to do, yet the freaking hardest. Trust. Just like surrender control and pray about what you want or think about what you want. Focus on it. Put your intention into it. And then like feel the emotion of like it already happened and release that shit. Put it in the universe and release it. Just like that. Boom. In that beautiful emotion that you're feeling of already getting it. Just release it and put it out there. And when you put it out there, that pure and that easy, with that beautiful emotion and those clear intentions of what you really desire, the universe brings that to you. God does answer prayers. We just have to learn to pray right. Okay? So then this Eight of Pentacles here, I mean, this person is thinking about their money. They're thinking about their finances, their bills, you know. How am I going to pay the bills and be the breadwinner? Keep things going the way they've been, you know. And Spirit's telling you, trust. This is coming. Trust that this is coming. And look, I mean, the Two of Cups, whether this is love or your job, I mean, that's a promise right there. That's a beautiful unity right there. That's like the best job or the best person you could be with. This is soulmate energy, you know? This is like so perfect. This is perfect. This is what you want. And maybe you didn't even really know for sure what it was you wanted, but by God, you're going to see it now. All you got to do is trust in it. I mean, it's coming for you, right? It's coming for you. You're this empress. Male or female, doesn't matter. You're this empress energy right now. See, after all of this, after you trust, look, let me just get these up here. After you trust and stop with all your worrying and quit feeling all your heartbreak and stuff and let it all go. Get your head right. Get your heart right. And trust it. Put your intent out there and trust it. And then you're this empress because you did all that. And then whoosh, all this wonderful stuff starts coming in for you, right? This is air energy. This is movement. This is big things happening, right? Big things. So feel that. Feel that shit in there. That excitement that big stuff is coming. And think about what you want that big stuff to be, whether it's the perfect mate, your soulmate, the perfect job that pays really great, that really important title. You know, you're an Aries, you're of prestige, and you love being important, and there's nothing wrong with that. We need people that want to be the leaders. So that's just beautiful. You just have to learn to trust yourself more and let go of the baggage, right? Walk away with dignity and honor and pride. This is so really, I mean, I'm just so pleased with how this has turned out. And wait till we get to your rune. You're going to love your rune. I already pulled the rune because I think it's boring for people to watch me fish around in my bag of rocks. So I already pulled it for you before we started. Okay. Oh man, and they came out so good too. Look. Okay, this is the cave. This is sanctuary. I don't know if you can read those or not. This lighting stinks. Anyway, this is the time of like inner reflection. Go within, sort yourself out, sort out your emotions, sort out your thoughts, get it all straight, right? And love yourself. Love yourself, because whatever has just taken place, this was not about you, right? This was because that path wasn't meant for you. So love yourself. Don't be trying to beat yourself up. I know a lot of times Aries want to be like almost perfectionist status, right? And, you know, like the straight A student and the most intelligent, yada yada. And sometimes you're really too hard on yourselves. You gotta love yourself, right? Love yourself and know deep down that you deserve everything that you want. Not just on the surface airing it to other people. Really know it for yourself. And purification. That's the rain. Let it all wash away. Get rid of it. Just like I was saying in the beginning. Feel it, honor it, and then let it go. Right? Let's get rid of every bit of it. And then you've got that rebirth. See, that's that Empress energy right here. That rebirth. Because Spirit is trying to guide you to all of your fulfillments so that you can truly be the person you're supposed to be. fulfill your purpose. But it starts with going internally. Let me see if I can get these in order for your direction. You got to go internally first. You got to go into that cave inside of you. Just like the Hermit card for tarot. Go within. Look within yourself. And then know thyself and love thyself. And let go of all that negative pain, that negative emotion. Whether it be because somebody screwed you out of your position at work, or somebody did you wrong in a relationship, or even if you've lost someone that you love to the spirit world, which I feel like some of you have, because there's a message for you in particular that they're still with you and that they're the ones that are actually showing you the signs and the symbols, and that they're trying to reach you and give you a message and still help lead you to where you're going to be okay financially and within your heart space. So pay attention to all those signs and some symbolisms, and whether it's coins. I keep seeing coins being left around like everywhere, in the house, the car, on the street, like literally everywhere you go, you're seeing coins, pennies or dimes or something. And that's specific for at least one person. I feel like maybe three, ironically, but that's a very specific thing for a lot of you, or for a couple of you. And so yeah, I needed to go ahead and mention that. Okay, so we're going to move on to your little spirit message cards. This is kind of a recap of what I told you earlier. Pay attention to your dreams, because the universe is speaking to you in the dream world. And actually, when we first wake up of the morning, we are at our closest to spirit in our awakened state. When we first wake up and when we first go to, or start to go to sleep at night, than at any other point during the day. And so when you first wake up in the morning, you should take notice of what's going on in your surroundings, because spirit may be trying to speak to you at those moments when you're first awake, or right as you're trying to go to sleep at night. A lot of times that's when it's easiest for them to reach us, if we're kind of too busy with the day and life and stuff, the rest of the time. So pay attention to that, and pay attention to your dreams, because spirit is speaking to you through your dreams, and to observe those signs and symbols and all of the divine matrix that's taking place in life all around you all the time. Okay? And free yourself of this negative energy. I don't know who that's meant for, but I feel like I really need to stress that to someone. Free yourself of this negative energy. I know you feel burned. I know you feel abandoned, or stabbed in the back, or betrayed in some way. But you've got to let that go. It's not good for you, and it's not going to lead to your fulfillment. The spirit is trying to lead you to. Okay? So that choice is going to be up to you. All right, now I'm going to pull a Starseed card. These are really big cards. Really big, beautiful cards. And we're going to pull. I was going to do one, but I was just told to get three, so I guess you get three. I always trust. I just listen and do what I'm told and trust. I'm a Cancerian, so I like to try to keep things in control. But you know what? That was a hard lesson for me, but I finally achieved it. I just don't try to control a whole lot of things anymore. I just let that shit fly. Okay, they're saying take the card on top. So I'm going to take those. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so you've got the Storm card. It says it's okay to feel it all, to cleanse, collapse of the old, and realign. Then you have the Way of Pearls. Can you all see those? Let's see if I get that. These are really beautiful cards. The artwork in them is amazing. It says liminal space, new energies, trust, time of growth. And I want you to really look because she's submerged in the water. And if you can see her hands under the water, she's holding this beautiful pearl that's just luminous. Look at all that gorgeous illuminating shine coming off of that pearl. See, that pearl is for you. That's your fulfillment. Okay? That's for you. If you just trust, right? Collapse that old crap. Collapse all of that old. And trust. Now, your next card is the Lemurian Guide. And I don't know if all of you are familiar with Lemurians. They came before the Atlanteans. They're connected to the Pleiadians. I'm connected to the Pleiadians and the Lemurians. And there's many people here on this planet now that are. But the card says sister, friend, teacher of infinite and universal love. And that's a really beautiful card. And I think, I don't know if it could be more perfect than that. Universal love. Universal love. You know, we can't do that without loving ourselves first to fully appreciate everyone else and love them too, you know. Even if they messed up, even if they've hurt us, like, it's okay to not want to be around them anymore or allow them into your 6 degrees, but you can't hold hate in your heart. You can't hold anger. It's about loving them and honoring them for the level of growth that they're at, and that they're just not where you would have wished them to be yet, you know? You can't control that stuff. It's up to each one of us. We got to grow in our own time. So forgive them, let it go. Even if it's someone that passed away, because for those people, I feel like I was picking up on energy of maybe you're angry at them for passing because whatever caused them to pass was some of their own doing. Maybe they were, um, not respecting that they're a diabetic, or not eating the right foods and having a heart problem, a severe heart problem. Perhaps they were an alcoholic or a drug addict and they overdosed or overdid it, And so there's a part of you that's angry at them for that. But, we all deal with our pain and our inner demons in different ways, and we can't judge people and be mad at them. And really at the core of that anger and that disappointment that we feel in our loved ones that do things like that is because we wanted better for them and they didn't want it bad enough themselves, maybe, or didn't know how to obtain it for themselves, or uh, had a very negative outlook on how they were going to live life and go about things. But we have to let that go. We have to release it. I mean, you loved them. You loved them regardless. So forgive them for it and let it go, okay? Let it go. All right, let's move on. This is your rune card, or stone. If you can see, let me put that up really close so you can see it. It's a weird F, like a downward angled F. Okay. And it's actually the rune of signals, and it's the messenger rune, which is very cool because my runes always fit right in with what we're doing. I love that. I love the way spirit works. So I'm going to read this to you, okay? It says, the keynote here is receiving messages, signals, or even gifts, okay? Even a timely warning may be seen as a gift. The message may be that of a new life unfolding. New lives begin with new connections, surprising linkages that direct you onto a new path. Take care now to be especially aware during meetings, visits, chance encounters, particularly with persons wiser than yourself. When the messenger rune brings sacred knowledge, you are truly blessed. Loki is the ancient trickster from the pantheon of the Norse god. He is the Hayakoa of the Native Americans, a mocking shadow of the creator god, as well as the bringer of benefits to mankind. He is a reminder that even scoundrels and thieves can be the bearers of wisdom. When you draw this rune, expect the unexpected. The message is always a call, but it's a call to a new life. And Msgs is the first of the 13 runes that make up the cycle of initiation. Runes that focus directly upon the mechanism of self-change, and as such, addresses our need to integrate unconscious motive with conscious intent. Drawing Anus tells you that connection with the divine is at hand. It is a signal to explore the depths, the foundations of life, and to experience the inexhaustible wellspring of the divine in your nature. Because it's in you. At the same time, you are reminded that you must first draw from the well to nourish and give to yourself. Then there will be more than enough to nourish others. A new sense of family solidarity invests in this room. You see, you have to let it go. You have to love yourself. You've got to get clean of the negative energies. And then pay attention to those signs and symbols and signals, because Spirit is leading you to your true fulfillment. Okay? Honestly. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I just used 7 different kinds of tarot and runes, and they all correspond with each other. I hope that this has done at least one of you, some good and been a blessing to you. And before we close, I would love to give you, oh, and we're going to do the rods. We can't close yet. But I want to give you your affirmation before I forget. So if you need to, pause this video, get a pen and paper, and write this affirmation down. And for the next week, every chance you get, say this affirmation, 3 or 4 times, 15 times, for 15 minutes, however long you can. Because the more often you say it, the more it's going to vibrate and resonate and percolate within you, okay? And come out into fruition. All right, so your affirmation is, abundance is my divine right. I am healthy, wealthy, and light. Okay, light. Light-hearted, no heavy shoulders, beaming my light from within me out. I am healthy, wealthy, and light. Because wealthiness, abundance, comes in all forms. It's not just monetary. Okay? So say your affirmation as often as you possibly can. For the next week, at least for the next week. Carry it with you through life. I say this affirmation every day. Every day of my life. I do gratitude when I wake up. I name all the things I'm grateful for, regardless of how small or big. I mean, sometimes I name toothpaste. Come on. I'm grateful for toothpaste and warm water. And, I'm grateful for a lot of things. So I do my gratitude and I say my affirmation and then I do my morning meditations. And I walk through my day blessed and lighter. And the days that I don't remember to do my gratitude and my affirmations, I can tell I feel heavier that day. Things will go wrong, you know. I mean, it just clears the air for me. It just clears the air. And you're an Aries, so you should want the air clear, right? Okay, so now we're going to do runes. Now, these are fun. Runes. Listen to me. I can't even talk right now because I'm still thinking about you. Okay, so we're going to do dowsing rods. Now, this is a cool trick, okay? It's not a trick, really. It's really cool the way they work. They're kind of freaking out on me right now, looking all around. Okay, but here's how this is going to work. You're going to ask 3 questions. Pause the video if you need to between each one and think of a question, okay? And then the rods are going to give you a yes or no answer. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tap into the collective so that these answers, these questions and answers, will apply to the majority, okay? I'm tapping into that, and that's my gig. That's my thing. But your thing that I want you to learn with this is that you already have the answers inside of you, which is what I'm tapping into. But you're going to know. You're going to know what resonates with you as the answer that you thought you should be getting, okay? Now watch, check this out just real quick. I'm not going to move my arms, my hands, my elbows, anything, okay? And I'm in a wheelie chair, but I'm braced. A wheelie chair, an office chair. But I'm braced so that I can't move at all. Now what? I'm going to have my right um, rod move towards something that I ask it to find, just to show you how cool these things are. I love these rods. Okay, so dowsing rod. Where is Buddha? Where is Buddha? Where is Buddha? Where is Buddha? There he goes. Look at that. Is that not the coolest thing? This one's just over here hanging out. Okay, one more fun thing. Watch. I'll ask it where I'm at. This is so neat. Where am I? Isn't that cool? Okay, face Aries. And we're going to do our yes or no questions. Are you ready? Okay, thank you. Face Aries. Okay, question number 2. Well, in case I forgot to tell you, when they cross in between each other, it's a yes. When they're pointing like this, it's a no. They start swinging back and forth. They don't have an answer at this time. All right, call them back in, Aries. Tell them to point to you. Come on, you can do it. Tell the rods to point to you. All right, question number 3. Ready? Are they moving? I don't want y'all looking at me with my eyes shut and I don't know what's going on. Okay, so you've got 2 yeses and a no. All right, call them back toward you and then I'll put them down. Don't you love that stuff? That's so cool. I love rods. I find my keys, all kinds of stuff with my dowsing rods. I just love them. My grandfather was Native American and he would use a witch hazel limb to find water or like energy lines in the earth with his, and he taught me how to use the rods when I was a little girl. And I just always thought that was the coolest thing. And now I have copper ones. Best tool I've ever had. Seriously. All right, guys. I hope that this whole thing for you was a blessing and that you can walk away from it benefiting from it. And until next week, when we do this again, be well and be blessed in love and light. Bye, guys.